Hello, this is a video on repairing a broken dart point using a chemical method of alum. I recently broke one of my darts by dropping it, and the tip completely sheared off at the end. So the point of it was gone, but there was still material inside the barrel. So as you'll be able to see on this video in a second, the barrel is still intact, but there's still some of the steel tip inside the barrel, and the only way I could think of getting this out would either be machining it out or using a chemical method. With darts, the barrel is normally made out of tungsten, and then this tip itself is steel, meaning it's a different material. So using alum, which is a material, well, it's a chemical that I found which will dissolve steel when it's put into water. So it dissolves steel, but it won't touch the tungsten. So I bought this Potassium Aluminium Sulphate, or alum. I bought this off of eBay. I'll link below where I got it from because they're very helpful. And it just comes as sort of a crystallised salt like this, and what you need to do, dissolve it into water and then add your steel. So I made a bit of a mistake at first. I sort of just put a bit in the water and stirred it in, got it hot, stirred it in, and it was reacting very slowly. Later on I realised you need to fully saturate the water with the alum. You need to dissolve as much in as you possibly can until it won't dissolve in anymore. That way you've got the highest concentration. So I made the solution, I got it warm so you can dissolve it in, and as you can see here, if you look at the video, the tip of the dart, you'll be able to see bubbles coming off it. The bubbles there that you just saw, that was the steel reacting and dissolving. So here it is, this is when it's effectively done. You'll notice that it's in a mug which is separate from the saucepan, which I'm heating the saucepan directly in, and I have the solution in the mug. This is because if you had it all in the saucepan, it would be reacting with the steel of the pan. And you'll just be wasting material, so you only want it to be reacting with a dart, so I use a ceramic mug. This is when it was pretty much done. I knew it was done because it had stopped bubbling, so I knew all the reaction taking place. Now as you can see here, compared from the video at the start, there's no material left in there. It's only the tungsten barrel, and the steel which was inside the end of the barrel is gone. As you can see, it's not been damaged at all by the chemical. Now this is how I replaced the tip. I decided just to use some old darts I weren't using anymore. And if you don't, this is a trick you can use. You can use a rivet gun to get old dart tips out of the barrels. So I use that, and then I don't have a repointing tool, but I do have a lathe, or my granddad has a lathe, I should say. I know that probably you're more likely to have a repointing tool than a lathe, but either way, I just put one end in the chuck on the right, one end in the chuck on the left, and I pressed it together, which worked out all right. So yeah, so that's how I actually put in the new point. And as you can see, all the three darts here, the middle one is the one that I repaired, but it looks good as new. So, I was very happy with how this went. If you have any questions, please put them below, and I'll be happy to answer them. But this has been a good method for me, and it's solved my problem. So thank you very much for watching.